Bills beat the Jets 23-20 on Monday Night Football. And yes, Buffalo leading the AFC East at 4-2. Dolphins 2-3, Jets 2-4, Patriots a lowly 1-5. Next week, the Bills will host the Titans. That should be a dub. Jets will be in Pittsburgh for Sunday Night Football as we are joined by our NFL reporter Dave Naylor from the field at MetLife Stadium. Not a perfect game by any means for the Buffalo Bills, Dave. We heard Josh Allen talk about that earlier in the show. What did you see as the keys for Buffalo to get the victory on Monday night?
Well, I think it started early on in establishing the run game. I mean, in Joe Brady's offense, that really is a key to the Buffalo Bills' success. And they did it with the rookie fourth-rounder, Ray Davis, who was playing for James Cook. And really was established right in that first quarter, the way they were able to run him, particularly off tackle. He ends up the leading rusher of the day, also the leading receiver of the day. So the understudy wins the day in that regard. But I think this is the type of game the Buffalo Bills have to play on offense, Jay. You didn't see a lot of the vertical passing or some of the attempts they made in the last couple of weeks. It was Josh Allen taking what was there. Even though on the final drive, it's just chunk plays down the field, a bit at a time. Not the Josh Allen we've seen who sits back in the pocket is going to throw for 300 yards. In fact, I think one of the things the Bills still have to be aware of with their offense is their receivers really were only able to separate when one of two things happened. Josh Allen got rid of the ball really quickly, or he bought time outside of the pocket, outside of structure, and was able to make those plays. And Josh Allen can still make magic plays. Even on a night that he's not the headliner statistically, he makes that ridiculous throw to Ray Davis for 52 yards. He breaks tackles, and throws the touchdown to Dawson Knox. And then at the end of the game, 3rd and 6, still a chance for the Jets to get the ball back and get a touchdown. Josh Allen around the left tackle end, and again, just the timing and space, he's that much more difficult to stop when he knows he's only got to get 6 yards to end the game. So lots for the Bills to work on. I thought defensively, the bend but don't break. I mean, the Jets inside the Bills' 30-yard line 4 times came away with 1 touchdown, and ultimately the secondary, I thought Taron Johnson, a huge return for them. You saw him make tackles for loss. You saw him make aggressive plays at the line of scrimmage, and he ultimately ends the game with an interception.
And then if you're the Jets and you're Jeff Ulbrich, the new head coach, even though your team's fallen to 2-4, did this game give you any reason for optimism?
Yeah, I think it absolutely did. I mean, look, the Buffalo Bills are still a very good football team, even though they've been on a 2-game losing streak. And again, they've got some of their personnel back on defense. You had Terrell Bernard making plays tonight, and I mentioned Taron Johnson. And ultimately, you saw Rodgers do some things that were a little more creative in the offense than we'd seen before. A little more play action, more screen passes, those kinds of things. And when he had to, he was able to buy some time. Hit three players on offense that went over 100 yards. The problem is, beyond that, they don't have very much. But if you look at really where they lost this game, it was in the red zone, or I say one of those drives where they missed a field goal was outside of the red zone, but 3 times in the red zone, 1 touchdown, 2 missed field goals. I mean, that's the difference. So I think this is something to build on for the Jets. As you say, Todd Downing, the new play caller, had only taken over the play calling duties on Thursday. So 2-4 is tough at this stage of the season. The Bills have a stranglehold at 4-2, but I thought there were some things at least the Jets can build off of in this game.
Aaron Rodgers throws for 296. He's gone 29 games now without throwing for 300 yards, but still his best game as a New York Jet for sure. This is Dave Naylor, our NFL reporter. Dave, thank you so much for this. And we got to tell you about the Thursday Nighter happening on Thursday, when it always happens, to kick off Week 7. 3-3 Broncos, 2-4 Saints. Denver a slight 1.5-point favorite on the road. You can catch the game starting with the pregame show Thursday, 7 Eastern time on TSN. After the game, our show will break it all down. The Sean Payton Bowl, they're calling it. And Luke Wilson will join me to break down the action.